Vitality is our ability to have spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical bliss. Some call it paradise. We call it a game.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I got a quick video for you because we're just going to talk really quickly about Black women just not having what men value, and really a lot of times not knowing what men value and not respecting it either. And this is where we get this trajectory of Black women being single until they're older. They might become single mothers. They get into a lot of foolishness, and then they wonder why the men aren't treating them the way that they want the men to treat them. So I got a real quick video to show you guys. Many of you have probably seen this, but here we go.
I'm not meeting the right guy. It's always men that are not my type keep approaching me. You know why? Because your value is written on your fucking forehead. It's right here.
My apologies. I forgot that she uses some profanity. So please excuse that. Please forgive me for not warning you prior to, but yeah, she's got some profanity. So here we go.
Your value says zero, ma. It says ran through. It says you can't cook. It says whatever it is that he's looking for, but you don't have it. A girl who says, listen, yo, take me out to dinner. He says, cool, get dressed. And then she's on the phone with a friend later, talking about, girl, I can't believe he took me to TGI Fridays. When's the last time you ate at Capitol Grill? When's the last time you ate at Del Frisco's? Right. How dare you get mad at this man for taking you to a restaurant that you eat on every Friday for Taco Tuesdays or whatever? You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. How are you mad at this man talking about he don't know who he dealing with? He don't know my value. No, baby girl, you misinterpret your own value. He knew exactly your value. That's why he took you to TGI Fridays. Because trust and believe, another girl, he's taking her to that expensive restaurant because he has already assessed her value from the moment he had a conversation with you. Right.
Okay. I'm gonna stop sharing that because that was pretty much the end of it. And she was spot on. She was spot on about the misinterpretation, because she didn't necessarily say you overestimate it. She said you misinterpret your value. And that is, we're going to actually get to that, because that was actually one of the most important points that she said. Men assess value from the moment they meet you and have those initial conversations with you. That was actually one of the things that a lot of people who watched Kevin Samuel's show, may he rest in peace, watched him, whether they liked him or not, what they were intrigued by was his ability to assess a woman's value by just brief conversation with her. He would not be spending that entire time on one person. There were multiple calls, okay, usually in those shows. And he would let them talk. He would ask a few questions. And then he would just assess their value. He would just break through all of the nonsense, because he wasn't trying to date those women or anything like that. So there was no need to draw it out or to not say it. The whole point of the show was to expose it. So he would just go ahead and do that. And what that really was a demonstration of how men assess women's value, period. Whether they have a platform like that, or these are the men that you meet, personally in your life, in your comings and goings. This is how men evaluate women. And it's not going to change. No amount of whining that women do and trying to make men change their mind or change their methodology is actually going to work. Men, like I said, assess value up front. Okay. Black women have a tendency to believe that the more that they try to demand from a man, well, you got to take me to an expensive restaurant, or you've got to buy me expensive things, or you have to do this or do that. They think that the man is going to see more value in you, and actually it lowers your value into the basement. Men are no longer spending money up front, nor are they taking much time out for you, because too many of you don't have enough value to bring him back or to inspire him to want to do those things. One of the first problems that you have is a bad and or bland personality. You're not real. You're not a real individual. You are utilizing and portraying to him whatever persona you thought was cool, whether that's the persona of a Meg Thee Stallion, or you like Cardi B, or you like whatever you like City Girls, or whoever you like, whoever your thought leaders are. You want to take on whatever kind of personality traits, if you can call them that, or behavioral traits that they rap about or talk about, or you see a lot of videos, or you see how the women on various reality shows behave and things of that nature. So you come to him with that kind of energy. You come to him with that kind of fakeness and donning this character, okay? And it's not pleasant. That's the other thing. Not only is it not you, this is a personality, this is a character that you are portraying that is not even a pleasant character to be around. You're loud mouth, you are coarse in your words, you are masculine in your energy. We'll get to that later. You know, and just the way in which you respond, you don't know how to respond to masculinity. You are not in any sort of feminine energy. You're so busy trying to put on this character that you think he wants to see. You think he thinks that the bad boss, bad bee sort of character is appealing, or it's a turn on, and it makes you interesting. Really, the reality is, especially with a man with something on his mind and a head on his shoulders, all that this does is turn him completely off. He knows that he's not going to get anything genuine from you. You're a character. You showed up with your hair and your makeup and your nails and your costume on, and now he knows he's getting a fake, fictitious character, a woman that likely has low self-esteem, a low sense of self-worth, because she doesn't even think enough of herself to show up on a date or show up in a manner that's just her. She's so insecure about who she actually is, or she doesn't know who she actually is, which is probably worse. I don't know which is worse. And so therefore, there's nothing for him to uncover. There are no layers. All the layers are phony, or all the layers are blank. And so if you can't be bothered to show up to him as the real you, then he can't be bothered to spend his very real money on you. And those are the things. See, men are just that practical. Men are just that cut and dry. Men are just that pragmatic. Like, okay, you don't even show up as you. You're not real, but my money is. So I don't have to spend it because you are not a real person. I'm not going to get anything out of you. I'm not going to get anything valuable out of you. The next problem is that you come in with 304 thought energy. You're coming in with whole energy. Men know thoughts when they see them. It's something that hangs over you. Once you're a thought, once you've been ran through, once you done had 1,000,001 men in and around you and on you, men know that energy because it's a mixed energy, it's a chaotic energy, and it's a masculine energy. So they actually understand it, they perceive it very well. And you might think you're fooling him by not talking about certain things that you've been through, or certain men that you've been with, or the way in which you talk, the way in which you try to fudge the story or make it seem a certain way, or make it seem like you didn't have as many as you did. Men know all of that. Men already know all of that. See, what you fail to understand is, in all of your slick talk, you tell on yourself, because men are evaluating what you say differently than what you're evaluating in your head as you say it. They hear something else. And because you all don't know how men think, you don't know what makes them tick, and you don't know how they perceive the world or perceive women, then at that point, it's a problem because you think you're being slick and you think you really saying something and you really doing something. And the fact of the matter is he's not buying it, and he has not been buying it from day one, from the moment you started talking. He's already assessed that the only thing that he needs to do is maybe clap cheeks if you're cute, or if he, or whatever, spend as little time and as little money as he possibly can, because you are showing him a lack of value. The third most important thing that she started talking about was you don't cook, you don't do this, you don't, and it's on your forehead. And what that's really telling everybody is the fact that you don't have a submissive feminine spirit. You don't have, just like women can detect when men don't have a masculine energy about them, no matter how chivalrous or no matter how nice or no matter how cute they may be or what kind of conversation they have. From all of that, we're picking up that he's not very masculine. And if you are a woman and you're feminine, you're attracted to masculine men only. And when they're not masculine, you don't, not going to be a second date. Or maybe if it's not going to be a first one, because I'm not going to agree to go out with you because I'm not attracted from the conversation. I'm not attracted from the energy. I'm not attracted from the way you even are, the set of your body. Men have that same radar when it comes to femininity, when it comes to submissive and cooperative spirit. He can see you're not going to be easy to deal with. You're combative for no reason. You argue for no reason. You're chaotic for no reason. You don't have any domestic skills, nor do you have the inclination to gain any of those skills. So when you come in and you talk about how you're not going to cook, you're not going to clean, you're not going to do what you're not going to do, all that he sees and all that he's hearing is a woman he can't deal with. That's all that he knows. All that he understands is, I now have a woman that's masculine. I got a woman that's not feminine, and I got a woman that I cannot deal with, because while I'm busy doing the masculine part of the relationship and carrying all the masculine energy of the relationship, she's not going to be carrying her part. And what's her part? She's not going to be carrying the feminine part of the relationship. Trust and believe that cooking and cleaning and catering and all of those sorts of things are the feminine parts. That's the feminine energy of the relationship, beloveds. That's what we've been trying to tell y'all. That's the indicator of the feminine part of the relationship. That's why men like seeing women cook and clean. This is not about some type of slavery, patriarchy thing. They like watching women do that for the same reason we like men in uniform. For the same reason we like watching a man be a mechanic. For the same reason we like to watch him engage in athletic activity, or anything like that. We like to watch men engage in things that we consider to be masculine, because at that point he's displaying his masculine energy, and that is attractive no matter how it shows itself. Similarly, men like for women to display their feminine energy, and a lot of times that comes out in the cleaning, the sewing, the cooking, the catering. He sees you in the garden picking the herbs and and putting them in a little thing, so he's watching you do this. And he's saying to himself, I have a woman that I can build with. I can have a legacy with her. I can have children with her. And she will be willing to carry the feminine part of the relationship so that we can really move forward. And since y'all are ill-equipped, you don't want to do it, and you are unable to do it. This is why men pump and dump. This is why they clap cheeks and leave. This is why they do all of this stuff. This is why they're not spending the money. They're not courting, because your value or your lack thereof is, like she said, it's on your forehead. In other words, it's written all over you. And men are simply opting out of traditional gender roles, traditional masculine gender roles in their own way. They're doing it selectively. They're not opting out of being men. They know what it is to court. They know what it is to wine and dine. They know what that is, but now they're doing it selectively. They're no longer just doing it because the woman's a woman and she's talking to them. No. After what they're doing now is assessing your value up front and then acting on it. They're acting like whatever value they've assessed on you or the lack thereof. So if he finds you to be valuable, if he finds the conversation to be good, the personality to be genuine, for you to be feminine, for you not to have that hoe energy and all of this other type, this masculine energy, this super chaotic energy, this, I'm uncooperative, I'm all over the place, I'm not going to be easy. If he can find that real feminine energy, he'll go right into the traditional male role. I'll court you, I'll take you out, I'll buy you stuff out, you know what I'm saying? I'll cater to you, he'll start giving all of his 4 P's instead of just one. Okay? It won't be only about clapping cheeks. It'll be about everything else. It'll be about the provision. It will be about the problem solving. It will be about the protection, and it will be about the procreation. As long as this is the women's fault. The fact that the men are opting out and pulling back in that way, this is women's fault. Because y'all keep declaring to the top of y'all lungs how you're not going to be women. Why should he be a man to you? No reason. No reason at all. So I just wanted to, that's almost a PSA, about women's value. One other thing before we sign off, I want to let everyone know that you can definitely go right now to crimsoncure.com and get your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine, The Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery. It is on sale now. Go ahead and get your copy, everyone. I know that I can't wait to, really delve into it. I know you can't wait to delve into it. So definitely go ahead, go into the description box and hit the link at crimsoncure.com and get your copy of my new book. Everybody, go ahead and get your copy. Okay. Also, we are still holding Black Lives Matter accountable for their more than $100 million theft. So if you want to become part of holding Black Lives accountable, the first step that you need to do is to go ahead and sign the petition, share it also, and contribute to it. That link is also in the description box as well. Okay. And jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Pick up your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine, The Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery from Kendra Davis.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.